It's a moment of uncertainty that so many women go through. Your body just feels a little different. Maybe your cycle's off, and that one big question starts forming in your mind. Today, we're going to talk all about that question and hopefully help you find some clarity. So, that question, could I be pregnant? It can bring up so many different feelings, right? Excitement, worry, curiosity, maybe all of them at once. It's a huge moment, and what you really want more than anything are answers. Maybe you're noticing things you haven't really felt before. Or maybe it's just a super subtle shift. Trying to read into every little sign your body is sending you is a totally common and really personal experience. Okay, so let's start right there with that big question and all the uncertainty that pops up when your body starts sending you these new signals. This journey can feel pretty isolating sometimes, but you are definitely not alone in asking these questions. And that's exactly why having clear, straightforward information is so, so important. So, what are those first signs we're talking about? Let's break down some of the most common early signals your body might be giving you. Okay, so the range of early symptoms is actually pretty wide, and it's mostly driven by a huge surge in hormones. You might feel this deep exhaustion that's way more than just being tired, or you might notice your breasts are really tender. Some women get a little bit of nausea. We call it morning sickness, but honestly, it can happen any time of day. Mood swings, weird food cravings, a period that's late, even some light spotting are all on the list. And this brings up a really key point. There's no single timeline for this. For some women, these signs pop up just a few days after conception. For others, it might take weeks. Every single body and every potential pregnancy is completely unique. But, and this is a big but, here's where it gets complicated. It is absolutely crucial to understand why these very common signs are not a definitive yes. Just take a look at this, feeling totally wiped out. Well, that could just be stress or not getting enough sleep, right? That nausea could be related to other hormonal shifts in your regular cycle, and a late period might just mean your schedule's a little irregular. This overlap is exactly why it's so tough to be sure based on symptoms alone. So, with all this confusion, where do you even begin to make sense of it all? Well, there's a really practical tool out there that's designed to give you a first point of orientation. It's a free and completely anonymous online check, and its purpose is not to give you a diagnosis, but simply to help you organize and understand your own personal observations. Think of it like a guided first step. The check takes you through about 45 short questions. Now, that's enough to be genuinely helpful, but it's quick enough that it won't feel overwhelming. It covers everything from the specific symptoms you're having to your cycle and any other physical changes you've noticed. And the process is really simple. First, you just detail what you've been observing. Then, you answer the questionnaire. And finally, you get an assessment, basically a percentage that estimates the likelihood of pregnancy based on your specific answers. Okay, this brings us to our final and honestly our most important section, understanding the huge difference between this kind of tool and an actual medical diagnosis. So the crucial point is this, and I want to be perfectly clear. This online check does not, and it absolutely cannot, replace a medical pregnancy test or a conversation with your doctor. It is a starting point, not the final word. Let's put it really simply. The online check gives you some orientation when you're feeling uncertain. A doctor? A doctor provides certainty. That's the fundamental difference, right there. So if you're in that moment of questioning and you just want a confidential way to organize your thoughts and symptoms, this is a really clear first step you can take for yourself. If you feel like this could be a helpful resource for you, you can find the link to that free, anonymous pregnancy check right in the description below. It's there to support you on your journey to finding some answers.